So it looks like Lara won't be fighting Andrade next. That's what Andrade's camp are reporting, are saying that they are gonna, Lara's looking in the direction of fighting Hurd to Unified. He wants to be Unified champion. And a lot of people out there, people don't like Lara, are saying that, you know, he's ducking. Lara is ducking Andrade, which I think is bullshit. Lara has fucking never been Unified World Champion. He's got an opportunity right here. And he has fought, he's battle tested. He has fought very good fighters throughout his career. I mean, how can you fucking draw it up as fear? Andrade? He ain't fought no one. No one. And he looked like shit in his last fight. He barely made it to the finish line, man. He was getting tagged in that fucking 12th round. Ain't nothing to fucking fear. The fuck out of here with that shit. Fucking, he's never been Unified World Champion. There it is. He's got an opportunity. And they both hold a WBA World Championship title now. The Super Champion is, for the WBA, is Lara. Andrade just picked up the regular champion title at WBA. So, you know, that shit is, you know how the WBA is trying to fucking cut down on champions and have only one champion in each weight class. So, you know, this fight is going to end up being mandatory pretty soon. Maybe right after each of their fights. And he's going for the being a Unified World Champion at Islandi Lara. I see the move. I see his move like that, and I understand it. I mean, that's a good move. I mean, like I said, they're still going to fight. I am sure they're going to still fight pretty soon. They're going to make it a mandatory fight. The WBA will. So, Hurd just picked up that other title, and there it is. And Hurd is on board to fight Lara. But to draw it up as fear, like he's scared, well, if that's the reason, because he's looking in another direction, he's turning down the fight, well, in that case, then I guess Andrade is the one that's scared of Lara first, right? Because a few years ago, Andrade turned down a fight to fight at Islandi Lara on ESPN2. So there you go then. I guess he's a pussy. He's the one ducking then. He was the first one. By that logic, is that means that he's the one ducking. He was the one ducking first. And Lara already beat fucking Andrade in the amateurs. There's nothing to fucking fear there. It's not like he's been terrorizing the division and he looks unbelievable. This fucking Andrade. That motherfucker is overrated, man. Like a motherfucker. They were already trying to say that Canelo was going to be ducking him too. And, oh, man, get the fuck out of here, man. I mean, Lara, why the fuck would he fear a guy that he already beat in the amateurs? And Andrade turned down Lara a few years back, like I said, on ESPN2, to fight on ESPN2. But now he's scared of him. I mean, if he didn't have this opportunity to fucking fight, to for the first time be a unified champion in his career, and he just fights some random fucking Joe in the division, of course, even I would be like, I'm not a fucking fanboy, a diehard fan of Lara. This is the way I'm looking at it. So, of course, I would be like, hey, what the fuck? We want to see this fight, and it looks like he's dancing around it. But no, look what he's doing. He's going to go fucking, you know, make something out of his career, be unified fucking world champion for the first time. I mean, we already seen how he's been fucked in boxing before. There's been robberies against fucking Lara. I mean, why the fuck is he not going to add this to his fucking career, be unified? He's fought Carlos Molina, Paul Williams. He fought and beat Vanes Martirosyan twice. He beat Alfredo Angulo. I mean, that Paul Williams fight that I mentioned, I mean, he won that fight, and it's a loss on his fucking record. He was fucked right there. Who else? He fucking beat Austin Trout. He fought Canelo. A lot of people say he won. He fought Ishe Smith, Delvin Rodriguez. I mean, what the fuck? He's fighting good-ass fighters. Well, he's scared now of this guy? He's scared of a guy that ducked him already in the past? A guy that he beat in the amateurs? And now let's go down fucking the long list of opponents, badass opponents that fucking Andrade has fought. Let me see. Oh shit, there isn't a long list. It's only one fucking fighter. Vanes Martirosyan. That's the only significant fighter on his fucking pro resume, Andrade's. And guess what? He was dropped by Martirosyan. Andrade was dropped by Martirosyan. The only fucking significant name on his resume, pro resume. And then, like I said, on his last fight against this Koke guy in Germany, he looked like shit. He looked average. And then he looked like he was getting tagged like a motherfucker in that 12th round. Like, he just made it. Like, really? He's scared of that? Man, all you motherfuckers quickly go with that ducking too fast, man. This fucking doesn't make sense. It sounds stupid. And this Hurd guy, he's been looking really good, man. He just came off this victory and fucking picked up his fucking belt. I mean, there it is. I mean, it's a unification bout. So, like I said, if there was no unification bout that Lara's taking instead of the Andrade fight, then yeah, even I would be like, it looks like he's ducking up, but no. And then if Andrade was coming off this badass performance too, it would look like Lara might be ducking. Like, nah, man, none of that shit's happening, man. He coming off no badass performance. The fuck out of here. Andrade's like that, man. He likes to fucking go around wolf, acting like a badass motherfucker. And like if everybody's ducking him, like he did that at that press conference after Jermall Charlo's last victory. When the other Charlo jumped in and talked shit back to him at the press conference. When he tried to say that Jermall Charlo is underneath him, underneath Andrade. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's the one that turns down fucking fights. Like I said, he turned down a lot of fights to fight on ESPN2 back in the day. He turned down a fight with Jermall Charlo. He never signed the fucking contract. He's the one fucking ducking fighters, turning down fucking fights. So that means he's ducking, right? Because motherfuckers is saying that Lara turned down this fight with Andrade to fight the unification bout and they call it a duck. Well, Andrade has been ducking like a motherfucker too. It's easy as that. So, like I said, man, I see this bout going down, the unification bout. I think he'll beat Hurd. Hurd has had problems with the select fighters that move. Lara's going to outbox his ass, probably even knock him out. And he'll be a unified world champion first time in his career. And then after that, I'm pretty sure that the WBA is getting close and they're going to end up doing that of making it a mandatory. You know how they've been doing that shit. Saw the Jacobs and fucking Golovkin fight. That's what they did. Made it a mandatory to get rid of a title, the WBA. So it's gonna happen. It's just people shut the fuck up about that being scared. Scared of what? Ain't shit to be scared of, man. Demetrius Andrade, whatever the fuck his name is. He ain't all that, man. I see him overrated and he's starting to be overhyped by all these stupid ass fanboys. Surprised he even has any fanboys. He ain't done shit. Never fought anybody. He looked like shit in his last fight. He ain't shit. He ain't somebody to be ducking. Get the fuck out of here. So yeah, that Hurd, a lot of fight. It's a good fight. So people should stop complaining, man. Lara's about to become a fucking unified world champion. What's wrong with that? I'm out.